Hi guys, welcome to Get Curried. This is the Bombay chef Varun Inamdar, and what I get into your kitchen today is a beautiful Asian delicacy steamed starter known as chicken dim sums, also known as momos. Let's first begin with the dough. So for the dough, what I've taken here is some refined flour. I'm going to season this with a little bit of salt. Mix it nicely, and next that goes in is some hot water. So the trick of this entire recipe is to have in hot water. So I'm taking in water. So here we are waiting for this water to come on a roll boil. As soon as that happens, that goes in the flour, and then we start kneading the dough. Now that the water started boiling, this goes in straight in the flour. Make sure it's nice and hot and bubbling, because that is the trick to form the gluten in this dough. I'm going to give it a mix. So now that this dough is ready, I'm taking this on the tabletop and I'm going to knead this till it becomes a nice, soft and pliable dough. Now that you see, the dough has started sticking to the tabletop, so I'm introducing a little bit of flour at a time, making sure it releases from the tabletop. I'm going to massage this dough till it becomes nice and soft. Now that you see, all the earlier added flour has been incorporated. Now I'm adding in the other part of the flour, making sure all of this is again incorporated. This dough is ready. I'm just getting this entire dough together. Here you see, it's become nice and soft. So now this goes into a bowl, and I'm going to cover this for the next 30 minutes with a damp cloth. So basically, if you see the recipe of the dough, we have divided the flour in two parts. It's 1 cup of flour, 4 tablespoons of flour plus 2/3 cup of water. So basically 1 cup of flour and 2/3 cup of hot water goes together, and 4 tablespoons of flour, which we've written for dusting, is incorporated at a later stage. Now that the dim sum dough has been resting for some time under a damp cloth, in the interim, let's start making the chicken filling. The first thing that we need is chicken mince. The next that goes in is chopped carrots, chopped leeks, chopped celery, some salt, some crushed pepper. I'm just going to mix all these ingredients till they come together. Well, the chicken mince that I've used here is raw. I've not cooked it, so do remember that, because it's going to cook later while we steam the momos or the dim sum. Now that the filling and the dough both are ready, let's start making the dim sums. So I have this dough which has been resting here. Just quickly take a little bit of flour, re-massage it a little. So I'm converting this into a long cylinder so that the size is the same. So now we continue working with one, and the others can continue resting under a damp cloth. And I'm going to roll this into a thin round disc. So here I have this dough which has been converted into a nice round disc. I'm going to take my index finger and thumb, and I'm going to place this disc right on top of that. And now is the time when I take the chicken filling and I press this right in the center. I'm going to squeeze all of this together. So here I have this dim sum which is ready, and we press it downwards so that this entire thing stands in the steamer. So here we have. So now that our dim sums are ready, now it's time to steam them. Here I have this home-built steamer for which I have this pot of water. right? On top goes this wire mesh, which is like this sieve that we use to sieve our flour. This goes right on this. And I have these leaves of cabbage, which I'm going to line so that the dim sums do not get stuck to the wire mesh. And right on top of all of this, now we're going to set these chicken momos. So this goes right here. And I'm going to steam this for 15 minutes on medium flame, covering this. So now that these dim sums are getting steamed here, let me quickly make a sauce. So I have some light soya. I'm adding in some chopped greens of a spring onion, some red chilies, very finely chopped, and a teaspoon of sesame oil. So now I'm going to stir all of this, and here is ready your instant dipping dim sum sauce. Now that the chicken dim sums have been steaming for over 15 minutes, now is the time to put the flame off and check these. Let's look at these. They're almost 1.5 times in size. Now let's start plating this. They're very delicate. Look at these beautiful dumplings getting the steam out. And here I'm putting the final dim sum. Now finally, I'm adding in some greens of a spring onion. And here these are ready for your family. And hey, do not forget to subscribe to the channel.